Boys and girls, this is the Undisputed Era. Adam Cole, Kyle O'Reilly, Roderick Strong, and you're listening to Going In Raw, baby.
What's up? This is the most must-see WWE superstar of all time and his lovely, gorgeous wife, Marie. And you are going in Smackdown Live.
Hey, this is Shinsuke Nakamura. Shinsuke watching Going In the Raw.
Hey, friendo, Steve here.
And Larson.
And welcome back to Going In Raw, the only pro wrestling podcast you need to be listening to right here at youtube.com/Steve and Larson, and available wherever podcasts can be found. Be sure to hit that subscribe button and the little notify bell next to it to make sure you always got your new Going In Raw notifications. We're also available on the Patreon at patreon.com/Steve and Larson. We have a variety of reward tiers over there. Let's take a look to see if we have any new patrons. I don't think we did. I think, oh no, we do. Trey Thomas is new, so welcome.
Welcome.
And then I think Marcus Aurelius increased his Patreon pledge.
Thank you, Marcus.
So that now he can see all 5 bonus episodes.
Oh, yeah.
This week we had the debut of Robo Mall Cop.
Yeah.
In WWE 2K20. We had some GTA 5.
Oh, yeah.
Lost all our money.
All the money I made playing roulette, you lost.
Well, okay, there's one caveat there, though. The seed money was mine in the first place.
Yeah.
So it was my money to lose. Don't tell me how to spend my money.
20,000 of it was yours to lose. The rest of that I made.
Right, but it was my money that you were playing with. We never discussed what your cut was.
I mean, it should have been at least half of the winnings.
Of the capital investment I made.
Yeah, it should have been half of the winnings.
You think so?
Yeah.
Anyways, we have some stream issues right now, but we're going to press on anyways.
Yeah, we got no choice.
Hey, you know what? We got beer, though.
Yeah, we do.
Mm-hmm. Too good, me brother.
Skull.
There you go.
All right, so SmackDown happened. What a pointless first hour, though.
Yeah, the first hour was like fairly meaningless. But
whenever you open the show with the Baron Corbin promo, you're off on the wrong foot.
It's exactly the way it was a year ago. We say that week after week they do this too. It's infuriating. But let's skip ahead to the interesting stuff, okay?
Well, I don't
want to talk about the bummer stuff. I want to talk about the good stuff.
There's a really good Bray Wyatt. There's a Miz interview where Bray Wyatt kind of infiltrated, and then subsequent Firefly Funhouse. That was all good stuff. There was a good tag match between the Revival and Gable and Ali. And that was about it. Yeah.
I didn't even take a look at the notes here.
The main events were just an absolute cluster. Here's one thing.
Yeah, did they like change the match? Like,
yeah, why not just make it a tag match in the first place?
With like 4 minutes left to go.
Yeah, there's 10 minutes left in the show. Baron got himself DQ'd twice in the span of 10 minutes.
Yeah, what the heck?
Here's the thing that's really bothering me.
Okay.
Like, I understand if faces want to hang out and help each other out because they're all good guys and that's what good guys are supposed to do.
Yeah.
What's this thing about heels just randomly teaming up with no motivation?
Oh, did you hear who the manager or who the guy under the ring is?
No.
It's spoiler alert, I guess, if it matters that much. Apparently, this is going to be the new Baron Corbin manager, Drake Maverick. That's according to Meltzer, so take it with a grain of salt. He ain't been on fire lately. But apparently it was Drake Maverick. But I would have thought maybe they're going to unleash that at TLC. I don't know. I hope to see Daniel Bryan. I think TLC is going to be a heck of a pay-per-view. I'm convinced. I think Daniel Bryan's going to show up with like giant patches of his hair missing.
Yeah, man, he's going to be like basically a first member of the Firefly Funhouse family.
Yeah, I hope
that seems to be the thing.
I think that's going to be the case.
That he's going to be lost for a while.
I like the I thought the Miz Bray stuff was really good. I thought I really came alive then. I actually got a kick. I was chuckling quite a bit during. I don't know why. Week to week it changes with me and Heavy Machinery. But when they gave Sami Zayn that ham, I was cracking up. I was laughing at Sami Zayn talking so much crap to Otis.
Yeah.
It really made me laugh.
You should have said that's a mighty fine ham.
Yeah. That was really good. That was really funny stuff.
If only it were a rum ham.
Rum ham. Let's see here. Yeah, that was whatever. I like that Dana Brooke got TV time.
Yeah, she did a Batista bomb too.
Yeah, that was rad. That was cool.
There's little things here and there. The first hour was so meaningless, so pointless. There was so little story apart from the Bray Miz stuff story being built to your pay-per-view on Sunday.
Look at how much. I mean, you get like, and this is not you just taking too many notes. This is like a normal note-taking session right here. But the entirety of the Baron Corbin Dolph Ziggler promo is just, it's massive. It's too much.
That promo, and then I checked the clock at the conclusion of this Fire Desire versus Alexa Bliss Nikki Cross match, and that match was short.
Yeah,
that match was very short.
Yeah, it was super short.
24 minutes into the show.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
It's way too much.
Yeah, SmackDown, it's struggling, man. It's lacking something. It's lacking like a big story. Like right now, Seth and Kevin Owens is a big story. That's a big thing. And SmackDown lacks. I mean, well, it's got Bray. It's got Bray. That's the closest they have to like a big story.
Yeah, and if they can weave something interesting with Bray and Miz and Daniel Bryan, potential's there for that to be a huge story. But
that's the problem, is that with Bray, when you have a big story with Bray, it's not told in the ring at all because he doesn't wrestle except for like pay-per-view sometimes. And so everything else like feels kind of weak. And then having Roman and Baron together.
Having Baron anybody. And like Baron just sucks the life. When Baron is the focus, when Baron is hogging up TV time.
What's a good role for Baron? Baron should, you know what Baron would be really great at? Being a henchman.
Yeah.
He'd be a great number two.
Swap him and Drew McIntyre.
Yeah, he'd be a great number two.
I'd watch 2 hours of Drew McIntyre doing just about anything. Like a 10-minute Baron Corbin promo. I'm about ready to give up on wrestling altogether.
Right? I'm going to quit the show and start a
week
comic
after
book.
week after week after week, just 10 minutes of Baron Corbin. And the thing is, I don't dislike Baron Corbin.
You think you and I can like start a comic book together? And
I'm not interested in comic books.
Make heck of money on that?
No, it's comic books. No, we can't make heck of money on that.
Just writing it.
You tried the comic book thing. Did you
we have an audience now?
Did you make heck of money?
Recent, like ever since we started doing this on my old stuff. Yeah.
Could you make a living just with that amount of money that you made?
Yes.
No,
I could.
No, you couldn't.
I could.
I have a good idea how much money you made from that.
I mean, it sort of depends on where I'm living in the world.
Yes. But like, I don't mind Baron Corbin. I just don't want him to be a featured player because it saps all the life out of the show.
Yeah, and then he's got Dolph next to him.
That doesn't help.
It doesn't help at all. Yeah.
I mean, like, it was kind of funny when he wore the Smackdown hat a week too long, but that's like the sole point of charm for him.
Here's the thing. Handsome Be Wonderful here in the chat says SmackDown is missing a world title. That's what it's missing. No, because
they have a universal title.
No, just look over on Raw. They don't have a world title. And
Yeah.
I mean, by and large, isn't Raw okay most weeks? I mean, it's really long.
No.
But like, hey, you got
It's hit or
Seth,
miss,
you got
man.
Seth and Kevin Owens. Seth and Kevin
Yeah.
Owens is proof that you don't need a title for a story. And you got Rey Mysterio over there with the U.S. title. It's just the problem is the equivalent over here on SmackDown is the IC title, which they do nothing with.
Yeah, he ain't doing nothing with that.
They do nothing with it. All right.
And apparently, Nakamura's not taking on Braun because they didn't say anything up for that. They advertised AJ versus Randy for Raw. They did nothing.
So we're just sitting at how many matches?
Well, there's 7 confirmed.
Oh, that's enough then. That's plenty.
Yeah, it's not. There's not like they're going into tomorrow with Sunday with 3 matches confirmed.
This is gonna be a 3-hour pay-per-view, man.
Yeah, hopefully
Yeah.
2.5. They confirmed Randy and AJ for Raw, or teased it, so I'm assuming that's when the match is going to happen. Bailey referenced Lacey Evans in her promo, but they did nothing to further that story, really. Sasha's off, apparently recording an album right now, so she's not having a match on Sunday.
Yeah.
So all these kind of matches that are up in the air, maybe none of them will happen at TLC.
I don't think any of them are gonna happen. I think 7 is exact. Like you got to figure number one, that Charlotte Bailey Asuka Kyrie match. That's gonna be a long match.
Sasha, Becky.
Becky and Charlotte.
Yes, sorry. Gosh, you both got it wrong.
Becky and Charlotte, Kyrie and Asuka. That match is gonna go long.
Yeah, it is.
So 7 matches for 3 hours is pretty good.
And I think they're starting the kickoff at 3:30, so there might not even be a kickoff show match.
Are you serious?
Yeah, that's why I said let's start at
You
3:30.
say you think. Is that like?
They haven't announced any kickoff show.
And they haven't announced a kickoff show?
No, they announced a kickoff show, and I think they said it started at 3:30. But they haven't announced any kickoff show matches.
Oh my goodness gracious!
Anyways, let's get into this.
Let's dive in.
Promo,
now that we have the people here anxious to hear.
If we must talk about this Baron Corbin promo. So the show kicks off with Baron on his sedan being carried to the ring. Dolph's with him too.
No, kickoff at 3.
Oh, at 3?
Yeah, Pacific.
Maybe 3:30. Maybe we'll have a match then. I wouldn't be surprised if Alistair versus Buddy is on the kickoff.
Me too. Yeah.
Or the War Raiders Open Challenge.
Yeah, that could be.
Either of those. So Baron and Dolph come down the ring. They start.
They smell something.
They're like, what stinks? They smell something. Is it the crowd here in Milwaukee?
Is it the crowd here?
Is it all you people? Or is it dog food from last week? Baron, why would there still be dog food smell? You're in a different city. You're in a different city.
It's a gag, man. It's a gag. It's a joke.
It can still make sense. You're hundreds, if not thousands of miles away from where you dump dog food on Roman Reigns. I mean, there's no obvious dog food stains on the mats out there. They've probably been cleaned since then.
You're probably right. Man, that little bit of research that I did today while I was cutting 10 for the win, that CM Punk Ambrose match.
Yeah, that's what I told you.
Oh, boy.
There was no gloves.
Did you see?
Dude had to pick up duty.
Did you see did you see the smear? There was a smear.
I kind of vaguely remember that.
Okay, so
I remember it's like a discoloration. I remember.
Did we just watch the YouTube version of it?
Yeah.
Okay, so tomorrow on 10 for the win, for the people out there who are like, why did these guys just start talking about something completely random? Tomorrow on 10 for the win, we have the top 10 most disgusting things to happen in a ring.
Uh-huh.
And one of the entries, just spoiler alert,
Of course, yeah.
is CM Punk pooping his pants against Dean Ambrose. So I went back and I watched the match, not just on the YouTube version, but the SmackDown version. And when he's in that headlock and his butt's on the mat, he gets up and something stays there.
Yuck.
Like greasy, wet poo.
Yeah. That's icky.
And it's just, and you see it, like it's just there the rest of the match. And a couple times, like heads kind of go near there.
Oh, man.
I mean, it's Mox. What does he care? He's a deathmatch guy.
I mean, like,
nobody likes
pink
poop.
guy still is like really obnoxious.
Nobody likes poo poo.
You don't want to get poop. I mean, yeah.
Anyway, speaking of poop, yeah.
Baron talked more. And so he said, I want to tell the crowd what a great 2019 I had. And I was king of ring. I did all this other stuff. And I'm going to cap it off by beating Roman at TLC and embarrassing him more. Then I'd be leader of SmackDown. And then Baron says if Roman shows up, he's got every door and every window of this arena covered with security.
Yeah. One of them looked like Hulk Hogan, like a small Hulk Hogan.
Yeah, I noticed that too. And he goes on again how no one in the locker room respects Roman. And says, Dolph, he'll speak to that. He gives Dolph the floor for like 30 seconds. Mm-hmm. Dolph just pretty much says what Baron said. And then Baron starts talking again, unfortunately. He says anyone who gets in their way will bow down. Dolph tries to get an all-hail King Corbin chant going. Of course, that goes nowhere.
Yeah.
Out come the New Day to interrupt. They drop a promo from the ramp, talking trash about Baron because it's really easy to talk trash about Baron. Baron responds by trying to talk trash to Kofi about losing the belt to Brock in 6 seconds. Kofi's like, hey, make that 8 seconds.
Yeah.
He says, I'm still the champion of the people. And while you say you had a pretty good 2019, dare I say I had a better one.
He said he went to Mania and won the title.
Yep, had a 6-month reign.
Has Baron had a title yet?
He had the U.S. title.
Yes, he did. That's right. And he was a Money in Bank guy.
Mm-hmm. Probably doesn't want to remember that. New Day make the way down the ring. They get in. Kofi says if Baron was a real king, he'd carry himself with some class. He says he disrespected Roman last week, and he doesn't like it.
Yeah.
Baron starts talking more trash. Kofi slaps him. Mm-hmm. Baron says, if Kofi wants to be a leader like Roman, then you'll be humiliated like Roman.
Yeah, so that set up later on in the night, or so we were led to believe anyways, Kofi versus Baron Corbin.
It did happen.
I mean, it happened for like a moment, and then they went to a tag match.
Isn't that a classic SmackDown trope, though?
Yeah, I mean, it's not just a Teddy Long thing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, dude, I don't know. I mean, before we move on here, let's talk about SmackDown a little bit. We all kind of figured, man, I don't know. Sometimes I hope, I'm like, man, it's a lot of money. It's a fresh start. It's a big deal. New set, new network. Maybe it'll spur some fresh stuff. But
Old habits die hard, man.
Right. It is just the same thing. Now, I'm not going to say SmackDown necessarily feels like the B show because they have done a decent job of separating the rosters and keeping them separate.
Yeah, but if you go back to a year and a half ago when SmackDown was consistently pretty darn good.
Yeah, but still there was the perception that it was kind of the B
Yeah,
show.
but I mean, like if you took the show based on its own merits, most weeks it wiped the floor with Raw.
Yeah, it was way better than Raw.
It was a better written show. The storylines were better. The wrestling was really good.
Yeah.
Week in and week out, it was the better. It was the more enjoyable show to watch. What the perception was of what was the A show, B show, whatever WB considered A show versus B show. Set that aside. In terms of the actual wrestling experience, SmackDown was the better show.
Yeah.
And now they're just both kind of mediocre.
Yeah.
Like they'll have good weeks, they'll have bad weeks, they'll have mediocre weeks.
It's all good stuff.
Yeah, every episode has something good in it, but it's just it's
well, you have that much time to
I
fill.
know.
Something's gonna be good.
Broken clocks right twice, huh?
All right. Oh man. Anyways, before we continue, here's a word from the sponsor of today's show, Audible. You know, Larson, it's that time of year when everyone's out traveling or shopping for just the right gift for the most important people in their lives, like perhaps their podcast partner, huh?
But why not give the gift of an Audible membership for the most important person in your life?
Your podcast partner.
Yourself!
Oh.
And now is the best time to do it with a special offer of 55% off your first 3 months.
53%.
Sorry, 53%. My apologies.
All right. With Audible, you can access an unbeatable, like Roman Reigns level of unbeatable, selection of audiobooks, including bestsellers, motivation, mysteries, thrillers, memoirs, and more.
Yeah, you can choose 3 titles every month, 1 audiobook, and 2 exclusive Audible originals like 64th Man with John Cena that you can't hear anywhere else. Audible's got a great selection of pro wrestling themed books too, including Kane's new book, Mayor Kane, narrated by Mayor Glenn Jacobs himself.
Oh, that sounds amazing.
That does sound amazing.
And with Audible, you can listen on any device, anytime, anywhere with the Audible app. Whether you're commuting, pumping iron at the gym, or in the midst of your holiday travels, right now, for a limited time, you can get 3 months of Audible for just $6.95 a month. That's more than half off the regular price.
53%.
Give yourself the gift of listening with Audible.
That's right. Again, for a limited time, you can get 3 months of Audible for just $6.95 a month. That's more than half off the regular price.
53%.
Choose 1 audiobook and 2 Audible originals absolutely free. Visit audible.com/goinginraw. That's all one word. Or text going in raw, all one word, to 500-500.
And thanks to Audible for sponsoring today's show. And you're really helping out Going In Raw by going to audible.com/goinginraw or texting Going In Raw, all one word, to 500-500. All right, moving on. After that, we had a Ms. Bray recap of the Miz and Bray.
Yeah, another one of those. There's 2 of them this episode. Next, more Baron and Dolph. They're walking backstage and come upon one of their security guys. He's beat up.
Yeah, he looks like Hulk Hogan, but
Yeah.
skinny.
Maybe it's Randy Hogan.
Randy Hogan.
They
Oh,
go
I miss him.
into their locker room. It's trashed.
Yeah.
Everything's tossed asunder, and including their security. They've all been beat up.
All the local enhancement talent guys.
Beat up.
Getting some, I wonder, one of those guys is going to be a future AJ Styles, man.
Or a future Tommaso Ciampa.
Yeah.
Or a future Ty Dillinger. I mean, Sean Spears, sorry.
After that, we had Fire and Desire in the ring, and they were taking on Alexa Bliss and Nikki Cross.
Yeah, so Fire Desire come down the ring first. We go to gorilla position, and Alexa is being interviewed. And in the conclusion of that interview, Fire Desire, they hit the X button. They break out. They run backstage. And they start beating up on Alexa and Nikki.
As opposed to what happens in 2K20, they did not start glitching all over the place. They actually went back there and started a fight.
So they brawl out into the stage, wrestling to break it up. Eventually they separate it. They go down to the ring. This match was really short. So Mandy and Sonya, they're isolating Nikki for a bit until they go for a double suplex on her. Alexa grabs Mandy's ankle and pulls her out of the ring during said suplex attempt. So it's just Sonya and Nikki in there. So Nikki turns around, brings Sonya more to the center of the ring, hits her finisher, and gets the win. Like that. It's like 2 minutes. Maybe a little bit longer. It was super quick.
It was very quick. I was in the kitchen making something. I think it was I just popped a little frozen bag of rice in the microwave. It was 4 minutes, and this is half of that.
Yeah. I had a delicious bowl of pho for dinner. It was fantastic.
Oh, yeah?
Oh,
That's
it's so good, man. I hit the spot. I've been hankering for some of that for a long time.
I had some leftover meatloaf with my rice from last night.
Meatloaf's good. Did you make a sandwich with it?
Nah, because you know what? So typically I have wheat bread with my sandwiches.
Yeah, it's good. That's the right choice.
With meatloaf, the only thing I want is white bread.
Get out of here.
Seriously. Like typically I'm not huge on the white bread. For meatloaf, it's the only thing I can do. Because it's like squishy and mushy.
Yeah. Imagine what it does to your innards.
I'm fine, man. I'm feeling good. I feel great. Living life.
Yeah, it carries
Even with white
catches,
bread.
It catches up with you, man.
Does it?
Yeah.
I don't know, man. I think it might be catching up with you a bit more than me.
I don't eat white bread.
Well, something's catching up with you.
Probably all this.
Probably. Speaking of which, do we have any more over there?
No, that was all
That
of it.
was the entire, these little tiny cups, that was the entire thing?
Yeah. Yeah. You tell us a Smackdown episode. Next, Sami Zayn's walking backstage. He comes upon heavy machinery. Otis has got a giant package in his arms. Tucky says, "Hey, Sammy, Otis pulled your name for the Secret Santa. He got you a little gift. You want to see what it is?" Sure. Opens it. It's a giant, succulent-looking ham.
The ham looked hella good.
It looked really good. And Sammy, he didn't see it that way.
No,
he
he's
calls it the
vegan.
worst gift he's ever gotten.
He's like, this isn't a ham. This is an innocent animal that was slaughtered and was born into a life just of torture and misery. And he's like, this is not a gift. This is an insult. Mm-hmm. And, of course, Otis is very sad.
Yeah, he gets sad. He apologizes.
I'm sorry.
And then Sammy's...
I was cracking up at Otis, man. I'm sorry. Tucky, I'm sorry.
And then Sammy, he's not content with just an apology.
Like, oh, you're sorry? You're sorry? You know, he calls him like a dullard or something.
He calls him a dumb oaf.
Yeah.
He says, no, you should know better, essentially. He's trying to guilt him. And so Otis starts getting angry. In walks Cesaro and Nakamura, because they have a match later on. Mm-hmm. They step up to heavy machinery. There's some crap talk. Cesaro and Nakamura about to walk away. Cesaro grabs the ham. You think he's going to take it with him. No, he tosses it on the ground.
Man, I was so bummed out.
Ultimate heel heat right there.
Immediately, I was thinking to myself, okay, what part didn't touch the ground? Because just because it's low to the ground doesn't mean...
It's the parts that are facing up.
Yeah. Well, wasn't there? I thought it was like in tin foil. It was like in foil of some sort.
It was in like in those disposable baking
so
things.
Like, you know, the stuff that landed on that, it's between the ground
Well,
and
I'm
that.
saying it, you know, like not every part of the ham is be touching the ground.
Yeah.
Whatever's touching the ground, I probably don't want to eat. Just get like an electric knife and chop off the stuff that's facing upwards. It's not touching the ground.
Well, the majority of it's still on the holder, the thing that they added.
Well, it depends if if you dropped it.
Didn't he just like throw it down? Like,
No, I
straight
think
like
I think he kind of
really,
because I think it kind of flipped over.
Oh, if it flipped over, that's
no,
a
just
loss.
chop off the stuff.
Big
on top.
L, big L.
No, man, the ham looks that good.
It looked really good.
It looked pretty good.
It looked really good.
Next tag match: Chad Gable and Mustafa Ali taking on the Revival. This was a solid, fun match.
Yeah, this was a lot of fun. This was
fun.
good.
This was fun.
I just kind of wish, like, look, man, they got this Shorty G and Ali thing going on. I like it. Give them a win against the Revival here and put them in. This is a ladder match coming up.
Yeah.
This is a ladder match. Make it a triple threat ladder match. Add Ali and Gable. Are you kidding me? That could be great. Why don't they do that? Apparently, originally, they're the New Day were supposed to fight, not the Revival. They were supposed to fight Rude and Dolph.
I guess it kind of, to a degree, makes sense given what happened in the main event tonight.
Yep.
Yeah.
So anyway.
So that's another reason I don't like the Revival aligning with Baron. Because, like, Dolph is one half another tag team.
Yeah.
That's competition for the Revival in their own division.
Yeah.
It just doesn't make any sense.
No, it
Doesn't make any sense.
Not really.
And it's like if they booked Baron as a super millionaire who can just dole out fat checks to people to buy their loyalty, that'd be something else.
Yeah, they haven't really done that, though.
But here's the thing. He's not a real king.
No.
You don't have to pledge loyalty to him.
Yeah.
He's as bogus of a king as there ever was.
Yeah, pretty much. And he's not, like, paid like a king.
No. He bought that stuff at Party City.
Yeah.
Probably.
Man, how about that UK election? Speaking of kings and queens.
Gosh.
Holy crap. What is going on? Anyways,
this match was really good. Early on, the Revival, they lay waste to Mustafa Ali and Shorty G.
I love that you said Revival in your notes here. Revival lay waste to Ali G.
Made me laugh.
Booyaka.
Made me laugh. Because I'm typing notes while I'm
How
watching
awesome would it be if they turned that into a gimmick of theirs? They just did the Ali G thing.
That'd be great.
And then they go and interview like
Boris Johnson.
Unsuspecting people. Yeah, like Boris Johnson. Oh my gosh.
That'd be great. I just typed that because it's shorthand.
He's a treasure.
He is. It's good shorthand for a tag team. So I had to write Ali and Gable.
Yeah, it's good.
with
Ali
Shorty
G, it's good.
So then they Revival dump Chad Gable face first, the announce table, toss him back in the ring, only gets a 2 count. So Gable's isolated for a while. He tries some roll-ups, tries to hit some moves, start to come back. They're all foiled. Dash drops him with a backbreaker. Revival hits some sort of top rope thing. And Ali Rana's Dawson out of the ring. We go to commercial, we come back. And then Ali G, Mustafa Ali, Shorty G, they take out the Revival with a couple of awesome aerial moves. And I think Gable does a senton off the apron. And then Ali does like a somersault senton off the top rope. Beautiful stuff.
One thing we forgot to mention, this is like spot of the night, of course, was when the Revival came out. And
Dash tripped over the portal.
And immediately, this was the cutest thing, turned around and said, "Scott, I fell." That was funny.
He was laughing.
The great thing is when Dash tripped, he did a perfect bump. He like did his arms out like a flat back bump.
Yeah.
That was rad. That was cool.
Muscle memory, man.
Yeah, they were both cracking up. I love it.
That's pretty funny. Back in the ring, Gable misses a moonsault. Mustafa Ali is in, and they hit a double stomp belly to back suplex combo. That was pretty cool. And then Dash and Ali get laid out ringside. Dawson hits a tiger bomb on Gable. That gets him a 2 count. Gable hits Chaos Theory, that rolling German suplex. That's a thing of beauty.
Oh, yeah.
On Dawson. This is a great sequence. Dash breaks up the pin with a top rope splash. Ali follows up with a 450 on Dash Wilder. Ali's a legal man. Dawson avoids a tornado DDT. Ali tries it again in the opposite corner. Instead, the Revival, after Dash tags himself in, counter that with a shatter machine for the win.
That was beautiful. That was really good.
Good stuff.
Yeah, that was really good stuff. And hey, shout out to the crowd, by the way. You wouldn't know that it was a do nothing episode of SmackDown. That crowd is into it through and through.
Yeah, they were. That they were. Hats off to Milwaukee.
After that, we had a Bailey interview. I'd love to go there, man.
I've been to Milwaukee before.
I've never been there before.
Went to a baseball game. The Brewers Stadium is a beautiful facility.
Seems like it'd be chock full of real people. You know,
I'll tell you what. I've had my fair share of Miller beer. Never been a fan. I had a Miller High Life in the state of Wisconsin.
Oh, fresh.
Man, a fresh beer.
Yeah.
I don't care what this says on the label. A fresh beer.
Yeah. Good stuff.
Oh, my cup fell. I was. I'd lick the inside some more. Yeah. Just a fresh beer. One of the best beers I ever had, for whatever reason, was a Bud Light in Vegas, because I just that keg just showed up that day and they popped it or something.
That's good stuff.
Man, it's Bud Light. It's watered down beer, but man, that was a refreshing, delicious, ice cold beer that day.
That's good beer.
It's good beer. Anyways, Bailey. So she's doing an interview. She says, "I don't care what people think of me anymore. I wrestle for me now." Sasha's actually off recording a rap album. She says, "Women's division, you're all lazy." And then you hear Elias strum that E minor chord. Mm-hmm. So she walks, I don't know, like 15 feet away.
Yeah.
And there's Elias, Dana Brooke hanging out. Mm-hmm. And she's like, "Well, what the heck, man?" Doing an interview. And then Elias says, "Oh, I pulled your name for the Secret Santa. I decided to write a song for you."
That was the worst gift. This is a funny song, though.
It was a pretty funny song.
It was pretty edgy, too, because he talks about Santa offering him a threesome with Sasha and Bailey or something like that. And he said, "No way."
He said, "No way." And he said, ever since you cut your hair, you look like a dude.
You look like a dude. Yeah.
And Dana starts laughing.
Yeah.
And Bailey says, "Okay, we're going to have a match." And Dana says, "You're on."
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That happened.
Which I was happy about, man. I was, hey, Dana Brooke, all that time on main event. And, hey, she was pretty good in this match. Like you said, Batista bomb.
That handspring elbow she does.
It was good.
She did 2 of them. It looks great.
I know, it does.
We've been hearing for a while that she's one of the hardest working people in that company.
Yeah, dude.
And it's good to see that paid off with some TV time.
Absolutely.
And, she keeps putting decent performances in on TV. Hopefully lead to more TV time.
Amen.
It's good to see hard work pay off, man.
In any event, she hit that Batista bomb, got a 2. Bailey kicked Dana's knee and hit the Rose Plant for the win.
Yeah, it was
not terribly surprising, but
no,
still a good show for Dana Brooke.
Yeah, man. She tweeted about that Batista bomb.
Oh.
She says, "Not good as Dave's."
Yeah.
But I tried.
But, yeah, I tried. Dave, check your DMs. There's a picture of my butthole there. In response to the picture you sent me of your butthole. Because they sent each other pictures of their buttholes.
I guess. Whatever. I don't know anything about that, man.
You didn't hear that in the latest Wrestling Observer?
I didn't check out the newsletter today. Sorry.
They send pictures of each other's buttholes.
If that's Dave saying that, grain of salt, man.
It was Dave and Alvarez's sources. They both
They both 5 grains of salt for Alvarez.
Well, that's more grains of salt.
Yeah,
it's better.
No.
Isn't it? Take it with a grain of salt.
Oh, sorry.
So the more salt you have, it's better.
1/5 a grain of salt for Alvarez, then.
That'd be a great little paragraph in the Wrestling Observer. I gotta mock that. We should do like mock. You know how like the Wrestling Observer, he uses like whatever the font that is.
Yeah.
And so it's easy to just sort of like trim it out or whatever. We should like just make fake little Wrestling Observer. Wow, I can't believe this was the Wrestling Observer. Yeah, Dana Brooke and Batista. They you know how they.
You been practicing in the car?
Is it better?
It's getting there.
Okay, good. It's really good in the car, and then I show up here
So you have
and
been
I
practicing.
can't. Oh yeah, no, I do. No, yeah, I do. I do. Oh man. Anyways, here we go. Before we continue, here's a word from the sponsor of today's show, Mack Weldon. Mack Weldon is a premium men's essentials brand that believes in smart design, premium fabrics, and a simple shopping experience.
Mack Weldon's underwear, socks, shirts, shorts, hoodies, and sweatpants will be the most comfortable you will ever wear. And if you don't like your first pair of underwear, you can keep it, and they'll still give you a refund. Not only are Mack Weldon's shirts, shorts, and hoodies comfortable, they look good too, and they also perform well. I have the Ace shorts from Mack Weldon that I wear all the time. They're comfortable enough to wear when I'm lounging around at home, stylish enough to wear here to work during the summer months. It's too cold outside. It's been so cold this week.
It's very cold.
It's very cold and rainy. Maybe I'll wear them Monday anyways. And it's got the performance I require when the clock strikes, gains the clock, and I start tossing around some serious weight at the gym. Easily the most versatile pair of shorts I own. I love them.
I really dig the underwear I got from Mack Weldon. The whole ordering process was a breeze, and everything was shipped directly to my door. And right now, friendos can get 20% off their first order by going to MackWeldon.com and using promo code GOINGINRAW. It's all one word.
All one word. Again, that's 20% off your first order by going to MackWeldon.com and using promo code GOINGINRAW.
All one word.
Thanks to Mack Weldon for sponsoring today's show, and you're really helping out Going In Raw by going to MackWeldon.com and using promo code GOINGINRAW.
All one word.
Another Miz Bray recap, and then a new Sheamus promo.
Yeah.
Where he said...
Did he say the same thing as last time? What did he say this time?
I remember him saying that he's the heart of SmackDown. He's going to be the heart of SmackDown.
Oh, is he trying new material?
Well, he started with the old material, essentially saying everybody's soft.
Yeah.
And he says, but I'm going to be the heart of SmackDown.
Well, that's different.
That was Mustafa Ali's gimmick in 205.
It's a different line.
It is a different thing.
Yeah.
Because
either you're going to be the hard guy or you're going to be the heart. You can't be both.
Exactly.
You can't be both.
And he
things.
tried to culminate it by saying, I'm going to be the heart like I'm a warrior, and I'm going to show what toughness is.
Bro, choose one.
I know.
Figure it out.
And someone
man.
realized, oh, Sheamus, you have Drew McIntyre's gimmick.
They're trying to transition.
So is there another gimmick we could take?
Yeah.
Well, like Mustafa Ali, he was a hard 205 live. People like that a lot.
Yeah.
All right, Sheamus, you're the heart of SmackDown now.
Okay. Wow. Yeah. Remember that time Triple H and Vince thought he could be like the guy of WWE? Isn't that weird?
And you have all this faith in Triple H. Get out of here with that.
Yeah, he's the best. Yeah, it's weird though because that was like 2010, and now 2019. 2019 Triple H. You know who he thinks could be the guy, the purest soul in all of WWE, Adam Cole.
I'll wait and see until Sheamus wins both Universal and WWE championships in the next 2 years.
I'm just gonna sit here and think about Adam Cole a little bit. Man, just brings a smile to my face every time.
Awkward, I'll be honest with you.
Baby.
Next, Renee Young interviews The Miz.
This is good. He has a nice.
This
is a nice looking house too.
Man, he's got a full size shuffleboard table in his house. You see that?
Yeah, man.
Amazing.
He's rich, man. That's what happens.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, man. You and me start a comic book. We could have that kind of money.
It's the wrong industry to get in, man. If you want to make money.
See, what
Comic books, YouTubing.
No, man. You make comic book, then we haven't made it into a movie.
Yeah, did you try that?
Yeah, but now it's different because it's gonna be you and me together.
Man, unless we start writing for Marvel or DC, none of our comic books will be made into a movie.
Well, if we write for Marvel or DC, they're not going to pay us when it gets made into a movie. They don't get, those guys don't make money off that stuff.
That's the point I'm trying to make, man.
Yeah, no, we get like our own property. There's so many, you don't even know. There's so many properties right now that are like start off in indie comics and then they got turned into a movie. Walking Dead.
I kind of.
Do you know how much money Robert Kirkman has?
A lot, but then I kind of feel
So
like
much money.
that ship has sailed on a large scale.
We're not going to do The Walking Dead. That's already been done.
Yeah, I know.
Anyways, let's talk about The Miz.
Yeah, this interview was actually pretty good.
This was really good.
First, he's asked, "Hey, do you know where Daniel Bryan is?" And he goes, "No, I don't know where he is." And Renee's like, "You and Daniel haven't always seen eye to eye." Miz says essentially, "I don't like Daniel Bryan, but I do respect him." And it's finally time for the Miz to do the right thing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So he's going to be a sleuth and find out where Daniel Bryan is. That's the right thing to do.
Well, he's not going to go that far. Wait, did he say he's going to do that?
No.
Okay. I was like, did I miss that part? That's a turn of events.
Says Bray crossed the line, bringing his family into this whole thing. And then Bray keeps on bragging about changing his opponents. Change Finn Balor, change Seth Rollins, probably change Daniel Bryan.
Yeah.
And Miz says he's already a changed man because he's a dad now. Family is the most important thing to the Miz.
Yeah. I've got 2 daughters.
And so Renee then asked the Miz, "Are you afraid of the Fiend? Are you afraid of Bray Wyatt?" And you hear Maurice.
Miz!
No.
Michael!
Yes.
Get
Mike.
over
No,
here!
Mike.
Mike! Come here now!
Calling from upstairs.
Our baby has problems.
She runs. She got the baby monitor, and there's Monroe in her crib playing with some creepy doll that you see in the thumbnail here.
Yeah.
And then, of course, Miz is freaked out, so they run up. And as they're going, like the camera flashes, there's Bray. Let me in. And then it cuts back to the baby monitors. There's all the puppets from the Firefly Funhouse in there. They get upstairs to the room. They open the door.
Well, this was funny because like they get up there and Miz sort of stands in front of the door because he's like a little bit freaked out.
And there's the red glow on the.
Yeah, there's a red glow.
Yeah.
And then Maurice like pushes him. She's like, get in there now. We must rescue baby.
Yeah.
And so they run in there.
And then Monroe's in there with the creepy doll.
Yeah.
Is Mrs. Kidd like a really good actor?
Yes!
Because that was really good.
I know!
So they take her out of there. Miz has the doll, and Maurice is holding her. And the baby, and Monroe's crying and keeps pointing at the doll.
I know!
While crying.
Yeah, it was really good.
It seemed really legit.
Yeah. Was this all in one take?
Yeah.
Holy crap.
I think so.
Yeah, I think it was. Like, I don't remember a cut.
I don't remember one either. Until the Miz says that's it.
Yeah. It was really well done.
It was really well done.
It's like a freaking Orson Welles movie, man.
It's pretty good. Anyways, as soon as that was over, Firefly Funhouse began. Starts on a close-up of that creepy doll in Monroe's crib.
Who is it, man? Is he going to be, are they going to personify this? Are they going to give it a human form? Is he going to be Liv Morgan? It's not, right? Because they just announced that she's getting a makeover.
It seemed like an Emelina thing.
Everybody keeps on saying, like, in the thing, oh, it's going to be Liv, it's going to be Liv. They really just need to debut her like Liv Morgan to end that because people are all over Liv Morgan.
See, I think we've seen so far, save for maybe Daniel Bryan, we're not going to see any sort of new Wyatt family. I don't think it's going to happen.
If they did, they'd drag somebody from like deep in NXT that hasn't
like
really
they did with
been
Braun.
seen before. Like they did with Braun, yeah.
Not repackage someone we've seen already because that
wouldn't
like,
make any
that's
sense.
That's just Liv Morgan. Why is she Sister Abigail
Everybody
now?
who's insisting that Nikki Cross is going to be, it's like, no, she's Nikki Cross. She's already a person that exists in the same universe.
And so Bray says, hey, I was just trying to be nice, holidays and all that. But Miz, I know how much you love your family, which is what's going to make this so hard. Mm-hmm. He says, Miz, you were so obsessed exposing what happened to Daniel Bryan, they ended up exposing yourself.
Yeah.
And there's a little gag there. Yeah. I didn't mean it that way. Not in the way you're thinking. And then Bray says, well, I fixed myself. I used to have problems, but I fixed myself. I taught myself that pain isn't real.
Yeah.
You can train yourself not to feel pain.
And he bangs his head on the table and just laughs it off.
So they're trying to motivate why the Fiend can like take a beating.
That's good. That's good
and
stuff.
he says, Miz, I can teach you how to not feel love anymore.
Whoa.
And he goes, Read 5 was fire.
That was good. That was really good stuff.
Bye, Miz. Have a good day.
Yeah. I thought this was great. I really liked the whole I taught myself that pain isn't a real thing. I thought that was really good because then you're setting up, okay, you can't feel pain, then what is the weakness? What is it? So that's good stuff.
Next, more Baron and Dolph backstage. They find all the Baron sedan drivers are laid out. After that, Heavy Machinery versus Nakamura and Cesaro. Fine enough match. I just not.
You know, man, usually
not really giving much of a reason to care.
You know how I am. I don't really care, but at the same time, I was sitting there watching.
You were thinking about the ham, weren't you?
No, I was like, man, Otis versus Shinsuke. I have no idea why I want to see that as like a singles feud, but I really kind of do.
Remember when Otis had a really good match against Tommaso Ciampa?
Yes.
NXT?
Yeah, I know. I was sitting there like, man, I don't know why I like that, but I just want to see it.
It's going to happen at some point because Tucky's the one that's taking all these pins.
Yeah.
I don't think Otis has been pinned yet.
Boy, that Kinshasa on Tucky too. Ooh,
yeah, man.
That was a rough one.
Anyways, the finish was pretty cool. There was a lot of back and forth, and like Otis trying to do the caterpillar. Sammy got on the apron to distract him. Prior to that, Heavy Machinery were trying to get off a compactor. Cesaro broke that up, but yeah, as you mentioned, Nakamura hits Kinshasa on Tucky.
Yeah.
Pick up the win for his
stuff.
team.
Good stuff.
Then we see a shot backstage of Baron Corbin lecturing his security detail, or what's left of him.
Yeah.
A lot of good that did him.
Well, he can afford security detail.
No, I mean a lot of good spending the money for security.
Oh, yeah. Well, again, we said he's not rich, but evidently he does. They should play that up a little bit more.
I mean, he's got a Ferrari.
Yeah.
Those cars aren't cheap.
Although, didn't Billy Gunn say that was rented?
I mean, still, the rent on that's got to be pretty expensive.
You think so?
Yeah.
Where do you think you can get a Ferrari rented from?
I don't know. There's probably some luxury car rental place.
Rental. Yeah.
Well, I mean, if you get it, like even Hertz has their...
like luxury stuff.
Yeah, you can rent an Aston Martin in certain airports.
Oh, yeah, Exotic Cars Enterprise. Yeah. Exotic Car Rental by Enterprise.
But I don't know if he meant a rental on like that or a lease.
Well, that's a lease is different.
I understand it's different.
Let's see here. Like some people just rent those cars just to Instagram them out.
Oh, yeah.
Would you ever do that? Larson?
No.
No. Me neither, man. Dodge Challenger. What the heck? You
go
buy one of those.
This is also in Sacramento. These are the exotic cars in Sacramento you're looking
at.
The
Challenger is a luxury exotic car.
A Stingray, Corvette. Is that Escalade?
Nah, man. This ain't
Oh,
a Porsche.
Alfa
You got a Porsche.
Alfa Romero.
What is this guy? Maserati. All right. Mercedes. Well, yeah. Well,
Maserati is.
Yeah. How much for a Maserati?
How much for that for a day? I don't know if that'll tell you right there. You probably have to fill
details. Check availability and pricing. Right here. Rent an exclusive. I already said where I'm from. Sacramento. Come on.
This car is not available.
Oh, here we go. Yeah, pick up, return.
Yeah, just hit continue.
Continue. Just show me. I just want a price. See, look, it's only $100 a day.
No, that's not the right car.
Oh, performance sports car, $246 a day. Executive. What's the most expensive thing you can get?
Luxury.
$354 total.
$354 a day.
That ain't nothing if you want to Instagram it. Probably get some. You can become an influencer if you do that a bunch, like Dan Bilzerian.
Who?
You never heard of Dan Bilzerian?
No.
We'll talk about him later.
If we must.
If you know, if you're in chat, and you know who Dan Bilzerian is. Let me know. Hit a 1.
The name does sound familiar.
I know you've seen him before.
Next, or was supposed to be our main event, Kofi versus Baron Corbin. Baron is joined by Dolph and his security guys. They surround the ring. Kofi's got advantage early, hits a trust fall, go to commercial, come back. Baron pushes Kofi off the top rope, drives in the barricade. Now he has the advantage. Kofi's on the comeback, hits an SOS. That gets him a 2 count. Baron goes for a pop-up powerbomb. Kofi reverses that into Rana, follows with a boom drop. Kofi sets up for trouble in paradise. Dolph grabs his ankle. Ref sees it, tosses him from ringside.
You're out of here.
No sooner is he at the top of the ramp, he comes sprinting right back down, attacks Big E. Kofi, Baron go down to ringside, join in. Ref calls for the bell. Baron DQ'd.
Done.
Ref breaks the brawl. Big E grabs the mic, says, we're going to have a tag match.
Mm-hmm.
And we're going to do it right now.
One thing Mr. Dope mentioned here in chat that I forgot to mention was when Big E called Baron a trick.
Yeah. That was good.
That was hilarious. I was like, I'm sorry, what did he just call him a trick? That was funny.
That was great. So we go to commercial, come back. Tag match is, what's the term? In media res?
In media res, yeah.
Dolph's hitting a famous sir on Big E. Baron's in. Big E is the one who's isolated, despite the fact that Kofi already had a match.
Yeah.
Big E's the fresh guy. Baron goes for some move at the second rope. I don't know why he would do that. Big E moves, follows the belly to belly. He gets a tag to Kofi. Dolph gets tagged in too. Kofi proceeds to beat the heck out of Dolph all over the place, sends him out of the ring. He's about to go for what I assume would be a trust fall. Baron hits him with the clothesline. And then Dolph ringside super kicks Big E. So Dolph goes in the ring. He has handcuffs. Mm-hmm. And he brings him in, gives him to Baron.
Should have been handcuffs.
Should have been handcuffs. Baron puts him on Kofi, so the ref DQs him. 2 DQ losses for Baron tonight.
Yeah, man.
Dolph's holding him down. Kofi's trying to break free. And then Baron wraps the cuffs around the ring post like what happened to Roman last week. And then Dolph and Baron go to the ring, and there's more dog food there.
Yeah.
And then the Revival come down for some reason. Hit a shatter machine on Big E.
Well, because they're fighting the Revival at TLC.
Yeah, but doesn't necessarily mean they have to help Baron.
No, but they want to soften up their opponents. I get that. That makes sense.
Roman comes down. He destroys all of Baron's security guards. Revival beat on him some, toss him in the ring. He drops him with some punches. Superman punch for Dolph. Baron blindsides Roman. He gets the scepter like he's going to use it, turns around, eats a Superman punch. Roman picks up the scepter, grabs a can of dog food. He's ringside. He's about to take both those to Baron. Dolph super kicks him. Dolph sets up a ladder. The Revival, they come down. They put Roman on the announce table. See, the Revival aren't just out here to soften up the New Day.
Well, yeah. I mean, the Romans getting in the middle of their business.
They put him on the announce table. Dolph goes up the ladder. Big E takes out the Revival. Roman scales the ladder, tosses Dolph off through the announce table as Baron makes his way up the ramp.
I think there's like an unspoken kayfabe rule with wrestlers, like in kayfabe, that, hey, man, if you're mixing it up with our upcoming opponents, we need to come out there and handle our part of the business. I think that makes sense. It's good. It's really good.
Some questions. Epico's back. Thank you, Epico. Hope you're doing well.
He escaped the trunk that he was in Florida, and that $20 is him saying, I'm okay.
I'm okay.
VFL,
AFL, football, Australian rules. Baron should be bullying the losers' locker room. He should probably be in the losers' locker room.
Is VFL, AFL, football, Australian rules, is that account, I'm not going to click on it, but is his YouTube channel dedicated to VFL, AFL, football?
It'd be amazing. I love Aussie rules football.
Me too. I don't know what's going on, but it's a lot of fun.
Oh, it's great. I used to watch it all the time. We used to have it on ESPN.
I know. I used to watch it too.
Remember they score, they do this.
Yeah.
It's great. Kyle, Power Rank top 5 guest commentators on AEW Dark. So Vicky Guerrero was on there.
Dustin Rhodes was on there.
Sean Spears was on.
Was he? Okay.
Who are we forgetting? Taz.
Oh, yeah. Taz was on there.
Has
Conrad done it yet?
I don't believe so.
He really should. He should really be a commentator.
He'd be good.
He already has a very successful mortgage company.
True.
Do you want to start up a mortgage company with me?
You know, there's a lot of training involved in that. You just can't start up a mortgage company.
You do that. You be the steak, I'll be the sizzle.
All right. Shake and bake?
Yeah, shake and bake. Shake and bake. I'll be El Diablo. Greg Morris. Honestly, when does Baron win the main title? Pfft, you're blocked, Greg Morris.
Never.
That
might be. I might have to get up on wrestling for a while if he actually wins a top title.
Shake and bake.
Tim Spulak. Why does TLC seem like such a mess with not announcing matches earlier? This is Vince's strategy. He thinks if you don't announce the matches, people will tune in the pay-per-view to see what matches are actually happening.
That's like apparently a new thing now.
Whereas if you look at the history of promoting, which you can blame Vince for being lousy at a lot of things, promoting generally is not one of them. He's been a pretty phenomenal promoter throughout his career.
Yeah.
Generally, people want to know what they're paying for.
Yeah, you'd think they're paying for the Shield. They're paying for the WWE.
They're paying for the name. I know
the name. Yeah, there you go. Hey, by the way, I just noticed that we have 429 people watching this live right now. I just like everybody to take a second out, take a deep breath,
smash that like button,
and hit that like button.
Smash it.
Smash that like button. It's a Friday. What better time is there to smash? I say smash the like button. Let's see here. What other questions do we have? I'm going to bring up a question.
There at the bottom. Power Rank, the best worst names for Sasha Banks' rap album. It's Boss Time. That's the best worst name.
Yeah, that's true. That is the worst. It's the best worst because it's Michael Cole.
Jake Mountford. If people start,
It should be called Snoop Dogg is my friend. But like Snoop Dogg is in big letters, or is my cousin. And then down below in really little letters is my cousin.
Jake Montford, if people start losing interest in Bray Wyatt, the Fiend gimmick, should they give him a partner or a group, or would that be too similar to the Wyatt family? I don't think they need to resort to giving Bray a faction again. There should be enough there to work with that character to add wrinkles. Just the fact they're having Miz take on the Firefly Funhouse Bray versus the Fiend, I think, is a step in the right direction in terms of keeping the character somewhat fresh.
Does it make Miz look weak? This is my own question. This question's from Steve here. Does it make Miz look weak if he's jobbing out to like a bunch of puppets on tonight's episode? Like
Mind games, man.
Like the puppets. Anyways, let's see here.
Emperor Hodge. Was it actually Renee Young in the Miz's house, or did the Fiend use the shapeshifter ability to let me in?
Yeah.
We didn't see Renee.
Could be.
Once Miz got up.
That's true, yeah.
Let me in.
Let me in. John Moxley. I'll let you in.
Wow.
Let's see here. James Rodriguez. Is it just me, or does Roman seem like a more likable badass that fans will actually embrace? Will WWE ruin this once they start to push him into a title program? I don't know, man. I need Roman away from Baron Corbin, and then I can judge more properly.
Yeah.
It's Baron brings everything down.
Here's the thing. Remember when Roman was feuding with Sheamus, and I said the reason they're having him feud with Sheamus because no one's going to cheer for Sheamus?
Yeah. But,
it's the same thing here.
Yeah.
No one's going to cheer for Baron Corbin.
Yeah, but Sheamus. The problem with Sheamus is that he was like. There's Baron just brings everything down.
Oh yeah, I'm not saying it's a complete one-for-one analogy, but the motivation might be the same.
Yeah, I agree.
Andrew Jocelyn, if SmackDown ever totally fails and does awful ratings, Fox pulls out, what will WWE do? Will they put SmackDown on the WWE Network? I doubt USA would want sloppy seconds.
Yeah, they would. They would totally take it.
Yeah, they'd probably take that.
Because they'd get it at a pretty good deal.
Yes.
They'd get a good deal on it, so for sure. Because, here's the thing. Right now they have NXT on Wednesdays doing 778,000. You think they're not going to want a show back that's doing $2 million?
Mm-hmm.
Of course they would.
Mm-hmm. Certainly not for $200 million a year.
Yeah, no. They'd get
probably
a
get for
discount.
half that.
Yeah.
Maybe. I don't know. Just pulling money on my...
They'd get a discount.
Out of thin air.
Wow, yeah. Like thin on questions. Not surprising because it was SmackDown.
It was a SmackDown thin on story.
Fair enough. Anyways, that's it for the show. Thanks, everybody, for tuning in. We do appreciate it. Hit that like button. Hit that subscribe button. Then you go to the notify bell and then click all so you guys get your new notifications. New 10 for the win going live tomorrow morning. So be sure to check that out. Thanks, everybody, for tuning in. We appreciate it. Till next time, we'll talk to you later.
Goodbye.